Hi, Dr. Mary here, and we're going back into the third eye chakra for a little bit today because we want to kind of finish our introduction to the sixth chakra, which is called the third eye. We've covered the front. You have that information from the previous video and email on this subject. If you still need it, you can look back. Today I want to talk about the back of the sixth chakra, and here is where it is. And we think about this. One of the really cool things about the third eye and this chakra is the color, and I love this. This is like a glass floating ball, and the color is spectacular because the color for the third eye, front and back, is indigo. And wow, yeah, just love this. Each of the chakras has a color, and so it's interesting that this is the one for intuition. Little lighter comes in at the throat chakra, fifth chakra, free choice, free will. But think of this color as nourishing your head. It nourishes everything about it, all the tissues, all the structures, everything that is a part of you. And it also really enhances intuition. So we have this beautiful, beautiful color. Now, at the front of the third eye, we can imagine information is coming into our mind. It's where we might get images, might get thoughts, however that works for you, how your intuition works. And you can grow this by using it more and more. Now, the back of the sixth chakra, which is spinning out from the pineal gland, whereas the front is spinning out from the pituitary gland. So an interesting dynamic, and they meet kind of, in the middle of the head in your brain, where these glands are. And they're spinning, opening and closing, reading energy, putting information out, taking information in. And the back of the chakra is about acting on your intuition. So some ways that you can know about the health of your third eye, the back of this chakra, is, do you act on your intuition? Or do you tend to talk yourself out of, and I'm talking about new ideas, like a new idea comes, something you're excited about, and then, we can go through various ways of not doing anything about it. And, and even if you journal about something new, discuss it with your friends, make vision boards about things. If you don't act beyond that, chances are nothing changes very, very much. Now, some things that you visualize you're doing that because the intuition is coming. It's telling you this is coming. This is something to think about. This is a potential for you. And then the back is about the action. So if you find yourself not really acting on ideas that are important to you or plans that you've made and so forth, this is a sign that something's up with the back of the sixth chakra. And we can deal with that, as we talked about before, using the chakra rings. This one's frosted front. We're putting it on the back. You could make a little crown. People do this to work with the quartz crystal energy for bringing in balance and working with the chakra on its energy level, not on its thought level. Not worrying about the thought, just thinking about the health of the chakra and how things are processed. Now, one of the most fun things, I think, about the back of the sixth chakra is that this is where we have the eyes on the back, eyes at the back of our head. And, you know, I know as a mom and thinking about my mother when I was a little girl, there was a saying like, you know, moms have eyes on the back of their head because they know things you would think they didn't know. Now, do they really? Yes, we really do have eyes on the back of our head. The third eye, front and back, has a vision. And it's not the same as our physical eyes, but it is there nonetheless. And everybody really knows this, but it's hard to explain. And there's a scientist, his name is Rupert Sheldrake, morphogenetic fields. He has some really interesting ideas about why and how information is comes through a seed. For example, why is an apple tree coming out of an apple seed? How does it know? Well, there's a field of information. So he's really into studying these different energy fields. And so he's done some research like on dogs that know when their owners are coming home. And that's the sense that someone is watching you. And so he has some great books, the ability to sense something that is coming, but you don't actually see it. And why is that? And what do we have about us that makes that possible? And so one of the things we have about us is the sixth chakra, which is our third eye. And we begin there because this is where information is coming in. Next time we meet on this topic, it's going to be the third chakra. This is where we're going to look at the solar plexus. It's right here, and it deals with this part of our body, as well as the relationship we have with ourselves, as in, what do you say? What do we say when we look in the mirror? How do we, interact? Do we keep our promises to ourselves? So something to think about. And then the back, as an intro, is about taking care of our health. How are we taking care of our health at all levels of our being? And here is a meeting then of two of the most identified chakras for intuition. Here we have the third eye, vision, action, or inaction. And here we have the gut feeling, the relationship to self, and caring for the self, and how that comes out into the world and feeds our intuition. So that'll be fun to look at too. All right, that's what we have today. Just another beautiful moment to look at this beautiful light and nourish the third eye.